Hello, my name is Teresa Rosso, and I will be discussing the findings with appropriate divisions for Group 1. What should be Company X's policy on office romances? For our findings, I interviewed 5 supervisors and or managers that worked in different business types. Each person interviewed was asked the same questions. They were asked to determine whether or not their business has an office romance policy, whether or not they would consider an office romance policy, and to basically figure out their opinions regarding office romance policies. Of the 5 interviewed, none of them had office romance policies. Quite shocking. 2 of the businesses had anti-fraternization policies, and 1 had a sexual harassment policy. Of those 5 that were interviewed, only 1 of them would even consider the possibilities of implementing office romance policy. The policies each business has in place has proven to work for that establishment for quite some time. The concern is that employees are able to perform their duties and their responsibilities without any types of hindrances. If an employee is found to be involved with a customer, whether that be internal or external, provided that they have agreed to an anti-fraternization policy, they are to be relieved from their duties immediately. Those who do not have a policy in effect remain concerned with the employee's ability to perform their duty efficiently and effectively, and they're not so much really concerned with the relationship itself. Some human resource professionals consider love contracts to be ineffective and encourages workers to hide their relationship from peers. Based on my findings and my interviews, I was able to conclude that Company X would have no protection for themselves or their employees if there is no office romance policy in place. There are 4 motives in which that drives office romances. They are time, ease of opportunity, similarities between the 2, and the actual hookup itself. These motives present legal challenges for many companies that do not have an office romance policy. With this being said, Company X should consider an office romance policy. They should be able to provide any and all legal information regarding sexual harassment. They should be able to offer applicable training and provide guidelines. Highlight these guidelines for each employee to follow. Make the office romance policy visible and known, as it serves more than just a guideline to follow, but it offers protection for everyone involved. It is very important for Company X to make employees aware that the guidelines and the office romance policy is set in place to protect and to prevent problems should they arise in the future. It also ensures that employees are performing what is expected of them. The guidelines for the policy are not in any intent to control their relationship or their romantic lifestyles. In a 2008 publication titled Organizational Romance Theorizing and Research by Kathleen Riach and Fiona Wilson, they noted, and I quote, "Regardless of inter or intra-hierarchical relationship, research has provided a caveat that the romance should not interfere with the day-to-day running of the business," unquote. This concludes the findings for what should be Company X's policy on office romances. Please be sure to check out video 4, which will summarize, conclude, and make recommendations. Thank you.